Hello, my name is Faisal Khan. I want to do a video on basically, I would like to call it a double standard that central banks have with respect to banking and licensing for money transfer operators, for EMIs, for electronic money distributors, electronic money institutions, for PIs, payment institutions, for PayFacs, for PSPs, etc., for remittance service providers, for money service operators, etc. And what is a double standard? The double standard here is at one point in time, the financial regulator is giving out licenses. And then once the license is granted, and one of the conditions of the license is you must have a safeguarding account, you must have a very special account, you must have a segregated named account, etc. Nomenclature notwithstanding over here. And then you have to go and get this account from a chartered bank. When you go to the chartered bank, the bank says, I don't want to work with you. I want to de-risk myself from the money transfer industry, from the remittance industry, from the cross-border payments industry, etc. And these licensees cannot get the bank account that's needed. The double standard here by the regulator and the central banks is that why issue a license when you cannot guarantee banking to them? Why issue a license that says for the necessity of the license will only be put into play and will really be turned on when you have such and such type of a bank account? Why always come with this hands-free statement and say, you know what, we can't force the banks to do this. Really, you can force the banks to do pretty much everything else except give an account, a bank account, to a license, a financially regulated license holder. You can't do that. You can't force the bank to do that. It's called financial inclusion, and you can make it mandatory. You can make it mandatory for the bank to financially include the licensed institution that you as an institution are issuing. That is where the double standard lies. When you question the banks, when you question the regulator, when you question the license issuer, when you question the central bank, always it's some complex jargon. No, let's get the facts right. Let's do this. Let's do this. Number one, we are doing this. Number two, we're doing this. Our charter doesn't allow us to do this, and we can't forcibly do that. You can do everything. You're the central bank. You're the financial regulator. You regulate the entities. You can tell them what kind of customer to take, what type of customer not to take. In the US, the Department of Treasury can tell a bank what type of a customer to give CBR to and what kind of a customer or bank not to give CBR to. Likewise, as a licensed financial institution, you can say, hey, you can take a money transfer operator as a business, as a client. In fact, you have to. For example, in a country like Turkey, it's a guarantee that they are guaranteed banking by the local banking partners. So why is it that when we go to other countries, there's this suddenly hands-free approach? Sorry, we can't do this thing. We can't force our banks and our credit unions and our licensed banking financial institutions to offer accounts as guaranteed to all the license issuers that we bring in. I mean, why is that? And the reason it's that is because they've become complacent, they've become impotent. Complacent and impotent. I blame the financial regulators and I blame the central bankers for this thing, that they are exactly doing a double standard in this thing. They are protecting the banking financial institutions while they choose to license, regulate, legislate the non-banking financial institutions, particularly the PSPs, the EMIs, the MSPs and the MTOs, etc., but do not want them to get access to banking or will not facilitate access to banking for them, yet make it mandatory in their licensing that they have to have such type of a banking. Let me know what you think of this thing in the comments below. As always, if you have a business inquiry, there's a contact form in the description below. There's also WhatsApp. Feel free to reach out. Till next time, this is Faisal Khan signing off.